Hello and welcome back to my Pokemon version 2 tutorial series, and today I've got a care package for you. In the description there's a link. It contains a folder. You can go ahead and extract that folder and it will be called Pokemon, and there'll be some animations in there. Excuse me. And then we'll go to the animations folder, animations, and we'll create a new folder called Pokeball. And then we'll go to this Pokebee open and we'll drag it in, and we won't import the mesh, and we'll set it to the Pokeball skeleton, and make sure your uniform scale is on 1, and import, and we can open this up, and right around here we want to remove from 44 to 80 something, whatever, so we just have a nice clean open. And then we're going to right click and we're going to duplicate this animation, and we're going to call this Pokeball close, and we'll open this up and just set its rate scale to -1. Then we'll be playing in the opposite direction. Okay. Then we need to go to the animations folder, Pokemon animations, and we can go to Squirtle. I didn't have time really to do Squirtle's or Bulbasaur's animation, so we're just using Charmander for now as an example, but I did do a Squirtle idle. So let's bring in Squirtle's idle, and we'll set it to the Squirtle skeleton and import all. And there we go. Then we'll go back to Pokemon animations, Charmander, and we will just delete all of this. We aren't going to use them. Can force delete it. It'll take a little while. Let's get some connections. I believe I made a animation blueprint with them as a test thing, but it'll take a little while. Sorry about that. I probably shouldn't have deleted them, but just want it clean. Anyway, I can explain what we're going to do. We're going to be setting up attacks now for our Pokemon so that they can be interchangeable upon getting levels, and so like you'll have Scratch, Growl and Ember, and then you'll get another attack at level whatever, and then when you get to level whatever again, I'm gonna have to restart this video because this is froze. Maybe not, we'll see. But when you get to a level whatever, then cool, that worked. And then we'll be able to choose to overwrite one of the attacks with a new attack. Okay, so inside this Charmander animations folder, now we're going to go to this Pokemon folder that I gave you guys and grab all these Charmander animations and bring them in. We won't import the mesh, and we'll choose Charmander skeleton and we'll import all. Okay, we don't need to worry about that. First thing we're going to do is go to Scratch, and we're going to set its speed up to 2.5. It's a little bit better, and then we're going to exit it, right click, create montage, and we'll call this Scratch, just like that. Okay, and then we'll do the same thing on withdraw. We'll go create montage, and we'll call this withdraw, and we'll do the same thing with Ember. So create montage Ember. Okay, then we'll go to animations folder, the animations folder. We'll go to anim graph, and then you'll create a new folder here called Charmander. Open that up, and then go to animation and add an animation blueprint, and it'll be for the Charmander skeleton, and we'll call this char anim graph. Okay, and we'll open it up, and right off the bat we're going to add a state machine. We'll drag it off a little bit and we'll add it to the default slot and just plug it in like that. Then we'll open up the state machine and we'll go to char new idle, plug that in, and then we'll go to Charmander New Walk, the second one I think it is. One of them doesn't work. We'll just delete that one quickly. Animations, Pokemon animations, Charmander, and this one we're going to delete. Okay. And then we can go back to our animation graph. Animations, anim graph folder, Charmander's anim graph. Open it up. And we can just delete that to make sure that this reference is correct. And that is the right one. So we're going to drag that in. Compile, so the other one goes away, I think. And we can plug those two in. And we'll create a variable here. We'll call it speed. And we'll make it of type float. And we'll double click on here. Bring in speed. And we'll check that it is greater than 10. So if his speed is greater than 10, then he'll be able to start walking. And then to go out of it, we'll check that his speed is less than 10. So if it's less than 10, or 12, or whatever, we'll have to do 10 because we did 10 on the other one. Okay, so compile. Let's see what this problem is. Play none. Charmander, new idle. There's a problem with our idle. Just get rid of that idle. I think I actually deleted. Oh yeah, it is. Okay, that's actually the walk that we want, I think. Sorry, excuse me. So it's this new idle over here. We're gonna pull that in and put that in over there. And we'll plug that in, go in here, and do our speed thing again because I deleted that like a fool. Plug that in, greater than 10. Back. Speed is less than 10. Then we can go back to idle. This time there shouldn't be any errors because we're using a valid animation. Okay. So now he's doing his idle thing. So now we're gonna drag off this try get pawn owner in the event graph and say get velocity, and we'll drag off again and we'll say length. So we'll get the vector's length, and then we'll just plug our speed variable into this and plug the execution pin in, and that's all we're gonna do for the anim graph. Sorry that took so long. So we can exit out of that, and now we can go to Pokemon Blueprints struct folder, and we're going to make a new structure. So Blueprints structure, and we're going to call this Pokemon attacks, and then we'll open up this Pokemon info, add a new variable, and we'll be able to type Pokemon attacks, and we'll call this Pokemon attacks. Okay, and then inside of our Pokemon attacks, what we could do is, we'll leave it like this. Okay, we'll go to our Pokemon attacks, and we'll add first of all a text, and we'll call this attack name, attack number. Yeah, okay, we're gonna go back to our Pokemon info real quick. Sorry, we're gonna click on this and make it an array. And we'll just save. I'll go back here, and then we'll go to attack number, and we'll set this to an integer. I don't think that's going to matter. We can actually get rid of the number now. So now we just got this attack name, and then we're going to add a montage, and it'll be an object reference, and we'll call this attack montage, and we'll add another one. We'll call this attack damage, and another one attack type. And for this we can actually use the Pokemon type variable, so the enum Pokemon type, and then we'll get like fire and all those things like that. Okay, save. Anything else? As I said, I'm doing this on the fly. Anything else that I think we should add, I'll add as we go. So now we've got this Pokemon attacks variable. What we could do is change this back to a normal single variable, and we're going to call this Pokemon attack 1, because we're only going to have 4 at any given time, and then we can just swap them out. And we'll make a new 3 new variables, and they'll all be of type Pokemon attacks, and we'll just copy this and paste it and set that to attack 2, attack 3, and attack 4. Okay, and save it. So now we'll have these Pokemon attacks inside of our Pokemon details. Okay, so now we can head over to our Pokeball. Since we are just testing on Charmander, we'll click on Charmander's ball, go to the details tab, and his Pokemon attack should be on here. I don't see them. It just ends at base damage. Let's see what's going on. Let's go to edit start ball, compile it, and now we should have those Pokemon attacks. Back to the details, Pokemon info, and now we get the Pokemon attacks. Okay, so our first attack is going to be called Scratch, and we'll make it of Scratch montage, and the damage we'll just do as 12, and it'll be of type normal, I guess, or dragon or something. Then we'll have withdraw. It'll be a withdrawal. Damage will be 0.01, and the attack type will be normal. Okay, and we'll do another 2. So Ember, and it'll be Ember. Attack damage will be let's do 30, and it'll be of type fire. And we'll do one more. We'll call the smoke screen, and we'll just use the Ember montage. You can actually have a space in the smoke screen, or just a hyphen or something, because it's going to show up on the menu. And we'll do 0.05 damage. I think it just decreases accuracy, and it'll be of type poison. Okay, save. Now what we can start doing is go to our Pokemon folder, widgets, battle, and open up our battle WB. And we need to go back to our Pokemon folder, blueprints, actors, Pokemon, and open up our base Pokemon and compile. And then when we call this do damage, we're going to do something else. We're going to call our Pokemon to attack. So we're going to have a montage that plays, etc., etc., based on our attack selection. So we'll add a variable here. We'll call this attack selection, and we'll make it of type integer, and compile. And then we're going to make a custom event, and this custom event we're going to call attack. We'll get our attack selection, we rather won't get our attack selection, we'll just add an input. We'll do this of type integer, and we'll say attack selection. We might not even need this variable now, but we'll see. Okay, so attack selection, then we'll drag off and say equal, minus, equal. So if it's equal to 0, 1, 2 or 3, then we'll do some things. So 0, 1, not 2, 2 and 3, and we'll add some branches. It's just B and left clicking. Pull that forward, give ourselves a little bit of space because we're going to play those montages again. They got some area to them, maybe even a little bit more. I just plug the false pins in like I'm doing. I don't know why I'm struggling with that one. We'll drag that down, and then we'll plug in these bool values. Okay, we can line them up a little bit better now. Then we'll grab our mesh and we'll say what we're going to do is say play montage, and then we're going to play the montage. I think we're going to need an output as well on here of type damage, but we'll see. So we'll get Pokemon details and we'll break it, and we'll do the drop down, and this is if it's equal to attack 1, so we'll break attack 1, and then we can hide unconnected pins in here just to make it nicer and small. Drag off a little bit, give ourselves some space, and then the montage to play we'll just plug in. So that's our first attack montage. Alright, then we'll probably call do damage right over here on the completion of this montage, and then move back as well. So we'll cut all of this, so Control X, the do damage, etc., and we'll paste it over here, and on completed of this montage we'll do damage. So on do damage we're also going to add an input of type float, and we're going to call this damage, or rather attack damage, because it's our attack damage plus our base damage. That levels up. That's how we're going to level up the damage. So we're going to plug that in, and then we'll just drag off over here, and we'll drag off and we'll say plus, so it'll be the attack damage plus our Pokemon's base damage, and we can hide those pins and plug that in. Okay, a little bit messy, we can just clean that up a little bit. Okay, that's looking a bit better. Okay, so now we apply damage at the end of our attack montage, and then we're just going to copy this and do exactly the same thing. Alright, just for the different attacks. So we'll copy all of this, let's bring our mesh in a little bit, copy all of this, duplicate it, bring it over there somewhere, plug it in, and then break this Pokemon attack 1, untick the pin, and tick the Pokemon attack 2 pin, and just plug it in, and there we go. Then we're going to do the same thing for the other two, so we'll just do it all at once. Boop, and boop, and make sure these are plugged in. I disconnected those by accident, sorry about that. And there we go. Excuse me. Okay, and that should work for doing damage and actually playing the attack, etc., etc. So on success we're going to call attack. It's actually a function, so we'll just type in attack, and then the attack selection, we'll just plug in our attack selection. So we did end up using it. Well done. Okay, compile, and then we'll go back to our base WB, go to our graph, and one other thing we want to do, go to your Pokemon folder, blueprints, actors, player base, and when we spawn our Pokemon into the world for battle, set isn't battle, we want it to do some things. We're going to get a Pokemon bag component, and we are going to get our Pokemon bag, excuse me, my head's a bit sore, and we'll just get a copy of the first one. We're going to have a variable that we'll plug into all of these. We should do that now. I'll just keep it at 0, but whatever. Let's drag off of this cast to base Pokemon, and let's say set Pokemon details, and we'll set his Pokemon details to that of our Pokemon details that is in our bag. That way I'll get the level and all of that stuff. Let's move this along. Choop. Okay, that's a little bit better. Compile. And now we're coming back to our battle widget, and then over here when we cast to our base Pokemon, we'll just drag off and say set attack selection, and this is our first attack, so we'll set the first attack to 0 and carry on. Then we'll call attack movement and yada 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 yada, and it should work. Those are all set up. We can check this out quickly. Squirtle won't be able to attack us now, however, because he has no attacks set up, but we should be able to attack with our animation, and this will help us down the line to have them be interchangeable for level ups and swapping attacks, etc, etc. So we'll call attack 1, and hopefully he does the animation. Yes, he did. He did. What was the attack 1? Looks like he did do an animation. Oh no, he was just idling. The bastard. Okay. Problem. What is our first attack? Play base, when we spawn the Pokemon, we're setting his details to our Pokemon bag details, which is correct. And then we call it off of here. We call attack off of after we move. We are moving back, so I suppose it's got to be playing the attack, right? And we did damage. So let's just check this out again. Let's set up the other attacks real quick. So let's go to our battle WB and do the on-clicked events for attack 1, 2, and 3. On-clicked, on-clicked, and on-clicked. Okay, and we're just gonna copy this like exactly, and then we'll just set the attack selection accordingly. Okay. Oop. So 1 and 2 and 2 and 3. So maybe we can at least see the ember happen here. I think it's number 3. Should hook up the names of it as well. I'll do that now. Just want to make sure that the animation is playing. I mean, technically it is, otherwise it wouldn't do damage. But you never know. So let's try attack 3. No, it's not playing. It's definitely not playing. Okay, so we got a bit of an issue. do is get our base Pokemon and see what's happening here. What is actually happening? Because it should be playing the montage. You know, because it does the damage. So let's just ignore that for a second. Let's go to these names. We're going to set them on event construct. So go to event graph. I don't know if they are variables. We'll need to make them variables. Attack 1 name variable. Attack 2 name. Make it a variable. Attack 3 name. Make it a variable. Attack 4 name. Make it a variable. And we're going to set these on script. Sorry. Or also even do them by the event tick. I mean, it's not going to matter, to be honest. I will do them on the construct strip, why not? So let's grab our active Pokemon. Let's cast to... We can't do that. We need to go to get our player reference. So right off of here, we're going to get our Pokemon bag components. And we'll get our Pokemon bag. And we'll get the first one. We are using the first one. Well, that's what I'm saying. We need to set this up in the next video. We're going to have to sideline battle for a bit. So set text of text for the attack name, attack 1 name, and attack 2 name. Sorry, so copy the set text of text 3 times, so we can set all of the attack names, and we'll just plug them in. And we'll break this. Go down, and we'll break each of these attacks. So just break them all, and then hide the unconnected pins, just to make it easier. So attack 1, attack 1's name, and hide the unconnected pins. It's nice and tiny. And we need attack 2 now, which is this one. Plug that in. Attack 3 and attack 4, and we can hide the unconnected pins on all of these, just to keep it all a little bit neater. Something like that. Not that neat, but easy to organize from there. Okay, compile. So now we've set the texts. The name should reflect. They might be a little bit big. I don't think they're set to auto wrap. I think I know what the issue is. So there, those are showing up, which is good. So our attack variables are there. For some reason, though, the animations don't want to play. So what we can do is have a list of... We shouldn't do that. Let's figure this out quick. So we're doing damage after we've played the montage. The montage should technically be equal to whatever we set this to. Let's see. So we set the Pokemon's info. When we pick it up, so let's go to our content, Pokemon widgets, WB startable, and then when we pick it up, what do we do? We haven't set these, that's the problem. That is the issue. Okay. So we need to get this Pokemon info. Let's get rid of these extra ones. And we're gonna need some space on each of these. But this is gonna fix the issue that we're having here. That should be fine. Now we'll drag in this Pokemon info. And we'll split the strike pin. And we'll plug it in like this. Or I wonder, where's this Pokemon info coming from? So we've set it when we initialize it, so it should be fine, yeah. Okay, so this is setting the antagonist's Pokemon. When we pick up our Pokemon, however, we just want to add this Pokemon info to the bag, and we do, which is fine. Okay, well, it should be playing. There's no reason for it not to be playing. I know why it's not playing. Excuse me, guys, this is my fault. Your Pokemon shouldn't even be walking. My bad. So go to Pokemon, blueprints, actors, Pokemon, Charmander, and we didn't even initialize his anim graph. So char anim graph. There we go. Compile and save. Now all should be right in the world, and he should be playing his animations. Sorry, the video has dragged on a bit, but now we should have our 4 attacks, and from here you can see it's going to be pretty easy to swap out our attacks. I think in the next video I'm going to need to sort out Pokemon selection, just so that that variable is sorted out. It's going to play a bit of a role, but for now we've got our attacks showing up, and we should be able to do them. So this time I'm going to do an Ember, and he should do the Ember montage. Oh, he did a withdrawal montage for some reason. So it's a bit of a weird one. Let's see what happened here. So inside of our battle WB, we have 0, 1, 2, 3, so that should be fine. Base Pokemon 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's fine. So the montage error should be in my initial settings, right here. Details, and let's go up here. And attack 3 should be doing Ember. Weird. Not withdrawal. So for some reason I thought it was set to 1. Maybe I've got the buttons mixed up. Let's label the buttons. Probably a good idea. So this one is going to be attack 1, attack 2, attack 3, and attack 4. Well, now I'll get our graph and see. They do all seem to be correct, which is really strange. What we can do is go to base Pokemon and go to our attack movement and add an input. So attack movement, we're going to add an input of type integer, and we're going to call this selection. And we'll just plug this straight into the attack selection. Boom, like that. Okay. And we'll go to our WB starter, battle widget, and the selection we're gonna just set right over here. So not would be 1, then 2, and then 3. Compile. So again, as I said, his Squirtle shouldn't be able to attack now, but we've set up the framework for it. I'm gonna do the animations for Squirtle and Bulbasaur during the week, and hopefully another video now just on setting up the selection. And he did withdraw again. Why? Very strange. So whatever, your Squirtle comes over. Let's just see if any of the other attacks are doing weird things. You know, it could have been that I've swapped withdraw the two middle ones around when I did it in my haste. No. So let's see if Scratch works, then those two have been swapped around. Yes, Scratch does work. Okay, so I know the issue. I've swapped them around. Where did I swap them around? I can't remember. When we were over here. I did it now. We were there. I just don't know where I did it. I'm sorry guys, I don't like long videos. Help me out, guys. Here we go. So I must have swapped these names around. Attack 2 and attack 3. Let's swap these around and see what happens. Because Scratch did play, and it's very strange to me. I must have swapped the names around in my haste. I think this is gonna work now. If it doesn't, then I'll have to pick it up in the next video. I'm sorry guys. Okay, so all the names are still correct, which is weird. So Ember's still doing withdrawal, which is a problem. It's very weird. I'm not actually able to explain it right now. Let's see if withdraw does Ember. So they've been mixed up somewhere, but I just can't tell right now where. Right, both of them are doing withdrawal, so there's a problem. It's got to be here. Withdraw does withdraw. Ember does Ember. I mean, it's not any more straightforward than that. Could only be over here when we actually do the attack that I might have mixed it up. Attack 2 and attack 2 and attack 2. There we go. Okay, my bad. Plug in attack 3 and attack 4. And all should be right as rain. Kinda, because now I have to go back to the Battle WB and put these back where they belong. And compile and save, and this should have done it. And then in the next video, we're going to sort out the attack selection, and then during the week we are going to sort out Squirtle and Bulbasaur's attacks. I mean, not the attack selection, the Pokemon selection. Or rather, we'll do just the Squirtle and Bulbasaur next. So this time Ember's going to play Ember. I have full confidence, and it did. Yes. So Ember played, and there we go. Nice one. Now we need to set up Squirtle's whole story and Bulbasaur's story so we can select all of our different starters. And yeah, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Sorry it was such a long one. I haven't planned these videos. I don't really have time to plan them, so I'm just doing it on the fly. Anyway, please like and subscribe, and I'll hit you up with more videos.